Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. I worked at IRS for 10 years. Yes, I was the IRS, so at least believe everything I tell you. I've been in tax defense for 41 years. I have a whole team of former agents and tax attorneys. We all kind of work together. Um, as a revenue officer, got thousands of cases, thousands, and many people cannot afford to pay their debt right now. And IRS has a program for you. It's not a nationally recognized program because they don't tell people about it. They like to keep it under the hush. But at the end of the day, it's called currently non-collectible, or we call it hardship, where you just cannot pay your tax debt at all. So how do you apply for this status, and what do you do to try to get there? Well, first of all, IRS is going to want, anytime you owe IRS debt, they want a financial statement and they want it documented. Generally, IRS wants to know the reason you can't pay. They want to know what the condition is. You have bills, you have evidence that you're really in a hardship. IRS will ask for those. The next thing they want is a financial statement. If your case is at the service center, they're going to want a 433F. If it's at the local revenue officer, they're going to want a 433A. They're going to probably check your tax returns and your bank statements to make sure you're in a hardship. And yeah, you may say, well, okay, now I'm in a hardship. What happens next? Well, you stay there for generally a couple years, then IRS reevaluate. So you don't really apply for the status. You've got to call IRS when you have a bill, and you got to say, hey, IRS, I don't have the money. Well, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to ask you a series of questions. Then they're going to whip out that financial statement. You're going to fill that out, and they're going to want documentation really to support it. So when do you call yourself, or when do you use a professional? If you don't have anything and you're just getting by, and it's really obvious you're a hardship, you call IRS yourself. You're not going to ruin anyone's day. Nothing will happen to you. But if you owe a lot of debt, should call. You really should call a professional like me or someone else, because IRS has what's called the National Standards Program. I go over and over and over this again because people fall in this trap where they call IRS and then you find out IRS is using their standards and not yours, so you got to be careful. But anyway, how do you apply for the debt? There's no form. You call them. IRS takes all the information themselves online and you fax it to them. Anyway, if you need me, just call me. I don't know my number's here. I don't know where my number is, but I know it's here somewhere. I've been on all the national news stations. You can email me or text me or whatever. Give me a subscription. I always tell you the truth. I know I was the IRS. I can't really believe it. Thank you so much.